Welcome to KitPlus Daily. We say it every show, and whilst lockdown rules still exist, we will keep saying it. We are social distancing and we are approximately 30 miles away from each other.
We've got another great guest coming into the studio in a moment, so please hang on for that. And don't forget, you can catch up with all previous daily shows on our playlist on YouTube. Just Google KitPlus YouTube.
You may also notice a slight change to our virtual desk logo. And if you missed the news last week, the Daily Show is continuing throughout May with the support of Mediaproxy, who we will be hearing from, and they're on the show this week, I believe, as well.
Right, let's have some news. Lynx Technik, the German developer of high-quality products, professional and broadcast market sectors, has purchased a further 3 Phabrix QX advanced IP rasterizers to ensure the best possible testing process for its products. The QX rasterizers offers media analysis for broadcasters, operates HD SDI environments with picture view, waveform analyzer, vector scope, 32-channel audio metering and ANC status as standard. The fully flexible architecture offers upgrades for, wait for it, UHD 4K SDI, SMPTE 2110 and ST2022-6, HDR audio and video generation, as well as engineering grade data view and ANC packet inspection. Over to you, Matt.
That was good detail, John. Well done.
Thanks,
So, with many productions around the world, including us, of course, currently operating from the homes of staff and on-screen talent, Clearcom has seen a rise in the adoption of Agent IC, its mobile app for iOS and Android that turns smartphones, tablets, wearable devices into fully featured intercom panels. The connectivity is obviously over Wi-Fi, 3G, 4G, LTE networks. Since its launch in 2015, Agent IC has been extensively used to provide communication solution between facilities-based staff and the production teams on location for field reporting, live event production, remote coordination, etc. Local and remote LQ devices, LQ effectively being the server for the app, can access up to 48 Agent IC users. With Clearcom's Eclipse mainframe in the studio, many more IC users can access the production intercom remotely.
Pretty good. Mediaproxy is helping its customers ensure the output of the highest technical quality at the time when many operational staff are having to work from home. The company's software-based compliance logging and monitoring solution can be accessed remotely using laptop computers to allow all confidence monitoring to be carried out. They've recently added capabilities to the log server engine for engineers to analyze and monitor linear TV and OTT streams, either at home or in the field, including the ability to work on Mac OS systems, enabling editorial and news personnel to work from home on their MacBooks. Live streams can also be viewed on a low bandwidth browser, giving live access to Mediaproxy's hybrid multi-viewer for confidence monitoring. We'd also like to thank, of course, Mediaproxy for the support of the Daily Show, and you can find out all about their unified software solutions for 24/7 monitoring, analysis, multi-viewing, and capture of live video from broadcast and OTT sources on the link below. And now it's time for today's special guest. And with us today is Chris from Densitron. Welcome to the Daily Show, Chris. Now, Densitron have been around for 50 years and are well known in the broadcast sector for your display technology. We've spoken to you in the past at shows and so on. What other sectors, though, is your technology applicable to?
Yeah, indeed. So, Densitron's well known in the broadcast sector. Our product team have developed some exciting technologies aimed at broadcast, but we also added the IDS team and hardware to the Densitron group last year, which has basically helped us to focus on supporting broadcast manufacturers and also broadcasters themselves. So, yeah, as you say, Densitron's had a long history, 50 years this year. and there's a number of different sectors that we support, such as medical, test and measurement, industrial, transportation, and more recently, sort of smart home and security sectors. What's quite interesting at the moment is how we're applying some of the new technologies that we've produced. So, for example, for the broadcast market, and it's actually solving challenges in other markets. I guess an example would be IDS. So the IDS hardware and software that we have was designed for broadcast and broadcasters, and we're now helping hospitals as an example. So it's quite wide.
That's brilliant. It's interesting that you mentioned the medical sector there, Chris. Have Densitron been involved in supplying displays to aid the COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah, so it's quite interesting. Densitron as a global company, so we kind of saw COVID-19 coming out of China in the early stages. We started to see sort of a ripple of issues at the early stages, and then sort of spread out through the rest of the offices and facilities that we have. So we had to adapt pretty quickly to maintain supply to our customers. Densitron's pretty much working remotely throughout the global team, and we're pretty much business as usual throughout all the facilities now. With our relationships in the medical sector, we're doing all we can to help them with fighting COVID-19. And we've certainly seen an urgent need for displays and other components, for example, ventilators and other testing equipment that's being produced.
So interesting you mentioned there the ventilator project, Chris. How did you come to be working on that, and what exactly are you supplying for the production of these ventilators?
Yeah, so we were contacted directly by one of the UK companies as part of the consortium that are building ventilators. Specifically for this one, they're building 10,000 ventilators. And we're working with the technical leads in that company, the subcontractors that are building and testing products, and we've been liaising globally with some of the sourcing companies involved in getting I guess hard to reach components for the products that they're building. In terms of what we're supplying a 3.5-inch diagonal TFT display, which offers very high contrast and resolution. It utilizes a technology called IPS, which basically ensures that you don't get any image inversion on the display at whichever viewing angle you look at the display, and maintains a constant brightness. It's quite similar technology to what you see in a smartphone or a tablet. I guess the difference being that the displays we have are designed for industrial use and offer long-term supply. Another thing that's important, I guess, and why companies like these have come to us is that quality is very important, especially at this time where they need to build product quickly. They can't have failures in their production. Densitron's failure rate last year was 0.025% of all the displays that we shipped. Quality is really critical for medical and other applications.
So, Chris, I mean, obviously, for something like this, the sheer quantity and the speed needed to supply an existing display product for the project. Can you just explain how Densitron was able to satisfy all these requirements?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly been quite manic in terms of these projects. So I guess in the immediate term, we were able to support really quickly the design process of our customers by stock holding that we had locally in their region, in terms of samples and in pre-production units. We could get parts to them almost immediately. And what we find is that typically, it's not just a company in the UK, it's not people in the UK that are working on a project. It can be globally. So our technical engineers, wherever they will be in their global offices, are supporting the engineers on the designing process. And I guess, our supply chain is pretty flexible. So we were able to turn on supplying thousands of pieces within a really short period of time. As an example, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. And because it's medical, we've made some priority internally within Densitron to ensure that these projects get supported really quickly.
That's good to hear. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you're prioritising medical-related orders during COVID-19. Can you outline how that's working and shaping your operations during this challenging period?
Sure. So our global MD Simon Jones, he made it really clear when we first saw the COVID issues that we need to support these companies that need to build products, as much as we possibly can. So we have a global list of medical accounts that we're in contact with, and we ensure that they get the immediate attention that they need. We have a global leadership team within Densitron that meets weekly, and all of the medical related projects that we're working on are discussed, and we coordinate any responses. Even yesterday we've added a new company to that list, a company in India, who are now building ventilators, and we're supporting them. I guess it's a challenging time at the moment within Densitron, customers, family, everything, and we all feel the pressure that comes with that. But we're maintaining business as usual and helping everybody that we can.
Yes, fascinating. Well done, Densitron. Thank you very much for coming in and seeing us, and we hope to see you soon at one of the shows.
Yeah, definitely. Look forward to it.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's lots of live webinars and virtual events still going on right now. So do check out Broadcast Network, where you can find out all the info and link to watch or participate.
And for up-to-the-minute industry news, do check our website, kitplus.com/news. And of course, tune in to the Daily every day to watch the show.
Would you believe we've had over 21,000 news items added to KitPlus over the years? Go and have a look. Thank you to Mediaproxy for your support as well. Do check out the link below. Stay safe and see you next time.